touching the lives of local people every day.
Hello, welcome back. This is Business Extra. Now tonight, how can we get more women into Norfolk's top jobs? Well, a new mentoring scheme starting to try and do something about that. It's called We Can, and it's being driven by Norwich accountants Rostrons. And there, Claire Cullens is my guest tonight. We'll hear from her in just a moment. But first, let's catch up on this week's business headlines. First, let's start with the news coming out of construction firm Kia in Norwich today. It features the futures of 160 of their staff at the company that used to be known as May Gurney, of course, have been thrown into some doubt after the company confirmed it would be closing its site at Trouse. Kia Group said it's going to be leaving because the extended lease of its site will be coming to an end in September 2017. Some staff could be relocated to other Norfolk offices, whilst others could be facing relocation to either Bedfordshire or Manchester. A consultation period's underway, but Kia haven't confirmed exactly how many staff will be staying locally and how many others could have to move to keep their jobs. Elsewhere, a new tool that assesses phone signal across the UK has revealed that there is some poor quality coverage in our region. The monitoring firm Open Signal have produced this interactive map that shows exactly where the best and worst 2G, 3G and 4G signals are on each of the major networks. Their research showed EE offered the fastest average 4G download speeds, whilst O2 had the worst. As you might expect, best coverage was in Norwich, whilst weaker signals were recorded in our countryside. Now, it's being claimed staff shortages could be holding back the building industry here in the east of England. The Royal Institution of Chartered Surveyors Construction Market Survey for the first quarter of 2017 showed the pace of growth had increased in the east, from private homes to infrastructure projects, with 31% reporting a rise in workloads, but 55% saying they're still struggling to find skilled labour. And Trampoline Park Gravity on Norwich's Riverside, they've announced they're expanding their facilities. That's less than a year after they opened. The move's part of the centre's plan to bring in more corporate groups and appeal to adults as well as their more regular younger customers. It's going to cost around £250,000 to build a climbing area and create more seating for visitors. It'll help them develop their adult exercise classes, which are supported through Gravity's link with Active Norfolk's Fit for Work programme. Bosses say the expansion is expected to increase their team by about 20%, up to around 60 in the next 6 months. OK, those are your business headlines. So how do we help more women into Norfolk's boardrooms? Research into gender diversity in the EDP top 100 companies in 2016 revealed only 74 of the company's 526 board members, which is about 14%, were women, and 57 businesses didn't have a single female board member. But that could be about to change. My guest is Claire Cullens, who's from Norwich accountants Rostrons, their marketing business development manager, and is one of the team who are behind the We Can initiative. Good evening, Claire.
Good evening.
So I may have stolen your thunder a little bit there, but what exactly is this idea and where did it come from?
Well, the idea came from a number of different things happening at the same time. We're a business run by 3 female directors. And we were aware that while we were speaking to a lot of some senior women in roles across the region, that a lot of those, there wasn't a forum for women to be able to talk at that level. At the same time, we read the research that you've just mentioned now that was conducted by the EDP in Sir Meddings, and we felt that we were in quite a privileged position as a female-run organisation, and that it would be interesting to know if there was something that we could do to help if we actually pulled in some of our clients, some of our key contacts. So with that in mind, we started to talk to people and assembled a group of like-minded women.
So when you got this idea together, did you know roughly what you wanted to do with it? Was it a case of getting everyone together? Was it very much open to interpretation?
We had no idea. All we knew was that, as you've mentioned, 57 out of 100 businesses or top 100 businesses in Norfolk had no female representation at board level, and that we know that to be successful, if you look at FTSE organisations that are successful, they tend to have female participation. So we knew that there was a need. We knew that we were talking to women that were interested in doing something, but we couldn't second guess what it was that we could do or what they wanted to do. So it's deliberately embryonic. We knew we wanted to support, but we wanted everyone else to tell us how they thought it could work, because it needed to be something that was shaped by all of us, not designed by just us.
Because when you got these like-minded people together, did you know what to expect? Were you expecting there to be a lot of passion for this? Or?
We had no idea. Absolutely no idea. I suppose by virtue of the fact that they were interested in talking about it and open to the debate, that there was an interest. And what surprised us most was the passion. There were about 14 of us together the first time that we met, represented from across the region, from many of the professional firms, directors in the professional firms. And there was a passion to do something, and interestingly, a passion to support others. And so it was an energy we hadn't expected, but we're delighted about. And we all decided that we wanted as a group to do something tangible, not just to talk about it, but to make a difference.
So when it comes to actually making a difference, what exactly is going to happen? How is this going to manifest itself? Well,
the two things that we wanted to do is, with an overall objective of increasing female participation at boards, we said if we could have had anything, what would it have been? And most people said that they really benefited at some point in their lives from a mentor. And often that mentor was outside the business. So could we put together a mentoring programme to support women in their late 20s, early 30s to get to the next stage? And could that programme draw upon the experiences within that group, but also use professional services? And we were lucky to be working with an organisation called Birdstoop, who work in gender diversity, who were interested in supporting us and helping with the mentoring, putting a package together. So an outcome has been, after various discussions, that we have a mentoring programme that we'd like to put in place and offer to aspiring women within the region.
Because what are the barriers generally? You say it's maybe the late 20s, early 30s. What are the reasons that are stopping very talented people actually making that step into the boardroom?
The only thoughts I would have on that would be quite subjective, so I couldn't speak for everybody, but talking to women that who have subsequently spoken to us, a lot of it is about there being a definite opportunity, a route. There might inevitably, women do take time off to have children, but want to get back and find that the time that they've lost is the time while they've been involved in child rearing is often the time that they haven't been making professional contacts. And an absence, I suppose, of a mentor, an absence of a role model within an organisation. Those are the sorts of things, but there will be many more, I'm sure.
Everyone's got their own
Everyone
story.
will have their own story, and it will be unique to them.
So what happens next? How do we actually turn this into something real? Because things won't change overnight. I guess the people you're talking to now, 5-10 years down the line, they're the people who'll be in the boardrooms.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, what we're trying to do at the moment is to get the mentoring programme supported and financed so that we can actually offer it to people, and then to have an interview process for people to apply for it. And then we're hoping to quite soon get people onto the mentoring programme, and that one day businesses will actually come to us and say, you know, these are opportunities we have. Do you have anyone in your pipeline? At the same time, the people that are on the programme will have access to the range of different mentors that have supported the programme and businesses that have supported it. So it helps to join up the dots, helps for different people to meet people and create a professional female network.
And just in 10 seconds, you must be so excited how quickly this has taken off.
It's been incredible. There's been a real momentum, a real passion, and we're very proud of what we've been able to achieve and of the people that have worked with us to help it happen.
Claire, lovely. Thank you very much indeed. We wish you a great deal of luck. That is all we have time for tonight though, but remember you can drop us a line with your thoughts and your business stories too. You can find us on Twitter at MustardTV. Hashtag is Business Extra. You can also get the latest news by subscribing to our New Look YouTube channel too. Business Extra back same time next week, but for now, thanks for watching and have a very good night.
Norse, touching the lives of local people every day.